everyone, so today I wanted to do a little Q&A answering your questions. So if you ever want to be included on this, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. It's just Megan Parken. I'll have it linked below, and that way you can have your question be answered in my next video. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. These are a bit holiday themed. So the first question comes from Jenna, and she says, what is your worst holiday memory? And I had to really think about this for a little while because thankfully most of my holiday memories are pretty good ones and pretty happy times. I definitely love the holidays. I love being around all my family and just seeing everyone so happy and together. But I would have to say, if I think of one thing that happened around the holidays that was bad, it happened a few years ago, and my mom is really into decorating, especially for holidays. She goes really all out for pretty much any holiday. I mean, 4th of July, Halloween, Christmas, of course. So this was like the beginning of December, and I remember we went to like 10 different stores, and we were just buying all this like different decor pieces and a bunch of lights and a bunch of stuff to just really deck out our house for the Christmas holiday. And I remember after like our long day of shopping, we decided to go to dinner and just kind of relax and hang out. And I remember we were in dinner and we locked up the car, went inside, and we couldn't have been at dinner for longer than like an hour. And I remember we came out to my mom's car, she unlocked her car, and she said that something sounded weird, like with her key. And it almost unlocked as if it had already been unlocked. And she knew, she for sure definitely locked her car. So of course when we got into her car, all of our bags were gone. Every single thing that we had bought, which luckily all of it was just like lights and like, you know, different decoration for our house, every single thing was gone. And we went back into the restaurant and we told them that our car had been broken into, and they said that that was happening a lot in that area, and it was very common around the holidays for people to watch other people, you know, walk to their cars with all their shopping bags, because this was like a shopping center and then there was like a restaurant like right in the middle of it. And so anyways, like these thieves would watch people walk to their cars, put all their stuff away, and then they can like unlock your car and like do different things to pick your lock and all this kind of stuff. And that it just had been happening a lot lately, and they were sorry about it, but there wasn't really much they could do. And I remember how upset I was and how, you know, badly I felt for my mom, because we spent so much time picking out all these different things. We spent a lot of money, and she reminded me, you know, how we were definitely very fortunate to not have to, you know, go rob people for money and for stuff, you know, for the holidays, but that some other people were in worse positions than we were. And I remember thinking this as a little kid and not really understanding it. But the one thing that was interesting was my mom was talking about karma and was talking about, you know, don't do things to other people that you don't want to happen to you. And, you know, always do good things to people and good things will come back to you. And I remember she said that, you know, these people decided to break into our car and steal our stuff. And, you know, they probably thought it was, you know, full of presents or, you know, exciting things in these bags, but all it was like home decor pieces. So I'm not sure really if they could have even returned any of the stuff that we bought. So I guess that kind of was karma on, you know, their end, that they probably thought they were getting something a little bit better out of our shopping bags. The next question comes from Miranda, and she says, do you have a guilty pleasure during the holidays? And I assume she means like food or something like to do or watch. And I would say my guilty pleasure is definitely making gingerbread houses, but like really elaborate ones. I'm a very like artistic person. I've always loved art class and drawing and sculpting and making things, and so when we start to get out the gingerbread houses and start to decorate them with icing and all the candy and making them like really colorful and cool, that's like my thing. I get really into it. Sometimes I will give you a little tip to use a hot glue gun if you're obviously not going to be like eating it. Normally I just make them because I like the way that they look, and I like to make a little gingerbread village and make it really kind of elaborate. And a little tip is using the hot glue gun is so much easier for making the wall stand up and all of the little pieces not falling off, because if you're just using icing, it's really difficult to make it look really clean and neat. So that would definitely probably be my guilty pleasure during the holidays, and I will for sure show you guys the actual gingerbread house little village that I did create, because I am quite proud of it. Kendall asks, what are your thoughts on holiday hookups? People that you only see during the holidays. This is funny. I mean, this is something that I've seen definitely growing up, you know, going to college and having people, you know, go away from high school and all that kind of stuff. I definitely see, you know, when I'll go out to bars like with my friends and we'll see people, you know, that we knew a while ago or we haven't seen in a long time, or that left for college and came back to our hometown. It is funny to like see which people kind of like reconnect over the holidays and then of course go their separate ways like the rest of the year. But I mean, I've kind of realized, you know, you just gotta kind of figure out where your head is kind of in that. You know, if you are okay with just, you know, a casual hookup with someone that's kind of only around during the holidays, I can understand why it would be like exciting or, you know, something really new and fresh because you don't see this person all the time, you don't have to deal with them all the time. So it's almost a bit of like a fantasy in your mind to have them come home for the holidays and be with you, and then, you know, without all of the messy situation of like a relationship and dealing with them for much longer. But I mean, for me personally, I'm kind of over that whole thing, and I don't really, you know, put much thought into like holiday hookups and stuff. I'm kind of more at the point where, you know, if I want to be with someone, I want it to be someone that I'm with, not someone that I'm only with, you know, for a week or a night or a holiday when they're home for break. But I definitely would not judge if that is what you want to do your thing. I think it just all comes down to who you are as a person and what you're looking for at that moment. Raquel asks, do you have any plans for New Year's Eve? As of now, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to Vegas with a good friend of mine that will actually be turning 21 on New Year's Eve, so that'll be super fun. And I'll definitely go ahead and vlog it and show you guys, you know, our fancy dresses and our outfits and getting ready to go out, because I think it's going to be a really fun time and definitely something that I want to remember and have like the memories of all the video and stuff of. But other than that, like, that's pretty much it. I guess those are pretty big plans. I'm definitely very excited. I know it's going to be a crazy fun weekend. But as far as New Year's Eve, like, I'm not a huge New Year's Eve person. I know a lot of people like love it. It's like their favorite holiday ever. I just think it gets a little bit like kind of blown out of proportion. Like, people always build it up to be like this really crazy exciting night, and sometimes they're kind of let down by that. So I always kind of keep an open mind with New Year's Eve, and you know, I love getting dressed up and wearing like really glittery, sparkly stuff. I don't know why that kind of goes hand in hand with New Year's Eve, but it just does. And I've never had like a bad New Year's Eve, but like I said, I'm just not like a huge like person that's like super into it. Carter asks, is there anything you want for Christmas? And I made a video about this previously. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with everything that I have right now, and I feel very lucky and fortunate to live the life that I do. And of course, I want you guys to know how grateful I am that you guys watch my videos and support me and love me. It honestly blows my mind every day to read your sweet comments on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook, and it just makes me realize like how insanely blessed I am to be able to connect with you guys. And there are so many of you that are so kind to me and so just similar to me that I feel like we literally are like really good friends, even though it's through this, you know, internet thing, and it's, you know, it's different because we haven't met and stuff, but it's just a very special thing that I think, you know, is of course way more special than anything I could ever buy or ever ask for or want. But as far as anything materialistic, I would have to say just a new purse. I mean, I bought that laptop bag a while ago that I use for all my travel, and I love it. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that I did buy it pre-loved because I think it's still in really great condition and I get a ton of use out of it, and I use that thing all the time. I mean, I've gone to the airport probably like 10 times in the last few months, and like every single time it comes with me, carries all my stuff. But other than that, I think just like a really nice like crossbody style purse would be, you know, maybe one big item that I would want for Christmas. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy. So I'm really glad that I can say that, and I'm definitely very grateful and thankful for that. Andrea asks, will you do a holiday makeup look? And yes, I will. I'm coming down to the wire on that, but I definitely will. I've missed doing makeup videos for you guys, and I really love doing them. You know, I haven't found the time, but I'm going to do it, and I definitely will be doing one for New Year's Eve because I bought this little like glitter bonder, and it's really cool. It's from Too Faced, and it's for eyeshadow, and it's amazing. I love it. So I'll definitely be doing a look with that, and I'll try to maybe film like a get ready with me like for Christmas Eve or something as well, and then kind of show you like my traditions with my sisters and stuff and our outfits. So if you'd be interested in that, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I can try to film that for you guys for sure. Miranda asks, what is your favorite piece of holiday decor? And I love decorating for the holidays, and I just love decorating my room in general. But I would have to say my favorite thing that I bought this year would probably be these little branches, and I got them from Home Goods, I think. And they have all these little lights on them that kind of like twinkle and stuff, and at night I'll like put on a candle and then turn all my lights off and like get a really nice book, and I'll put those on, and my whole room is just so like cozy and warm, and the lights kind of twinkle and flicker, almost like a little bit of like a fire effect. I don't know, I just love it. I think they're gorgeous, and I honestly might keep them in my room like year round because I think they're so pretty. So that's it for the questions today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure to follow me on my socials below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!